Hey people, good to see you again. Sorry I've been a bit quiet lately, but I've been moving. As you can see, I'm in my new flat now. So first of all guys, I'd like to thank you for being with us for a year, helping us to campaign to try to save Gotham. I have a couple of things to say about that actually. Over the year, we have been doing all these amazing campaigns, like the video What Gotham Means to Me, the letter campaign, you know, writing to the studios to say thank you, all the power hours each day, you know, with the hashtags. And yeah, thank you very much for taking part of this journey with me and my friends. That's very, very appreciated. We have been very lucky because it really helped us to get like those 2 extra episodes to reach the 100 episode. That's been phenomenal. So a big, huge thank you for joining us. It wouldn't have been possible without you. I also would like to thank my team. They will recognize themselves because I'm not alone here on this page and on the Twitter account. We are a few who run this, and yeah, to each of my teammates a big thank you. I love you guys. It wouldn't be the same without you. Yeah, we have also had lots of criticism over the past month about our campaigns. So what people told us was, for example, to let it be, to let the show end, that it was good that it would come to an end. It is a fair point. It is indeed sometimes better to let something end before it gets too weird or becomes too much. Now, to that, I'd like to say and to point out that we know it's a sequel, a prequel, so it's not gonna be for like forever, like 20 seasons. We are very well aware of that. The thing is, when Gotham started, we were promised 7 seasons. It makes sense, you know, to have 7 seasons because when you see how old the actors are in their characters and in their roles, it makes sense, you know, to reach 7 seasons. That would have been 150 episodes. So we are just very sad that we have been cut off of 2 seasons and a half, so 50 episodes, because we think there's so much potential, there's so many untold stories, so much that could still have been included and introduced in Gotham. We are just very, very sad about that. So obviously when they canceled Gotham, we were sad. And I think we're not the only fandom that has lost a series and that has started to campaign with hashtag save, insert the name of a series. So please don't shoot at us for trying to save Gotham with hashtag save Gotham. Some series have been saved because of that. I'm looking at you, Lucifer. Great show, by the way. So yeah, it hurts that we don't get all the support of everyone, but that's okay. I mean, it is a fair point. If you don't want to watch it anymore, then don't watch it anymore. If it doesn't feel right, then just don't do it. In every matter of your life. Also, we have been criticized like, oh yeah, but the cast and crew, they have moved on. They don't want to do it anymore. Sure, they have moved on. And that's a great thing. That is great to see that they still have new projects coming on, new opportunities. I'm really happy for them and I will be there to cheer for them. I will be cheering for them till the end of the world. I will be there. I'm their personal cheerleader. But we also know that the cast members also have been sad to have to say goodbye because they also felt like there was so many stories untold and that they could have still done more. And we know that lots of them have said that if they could take back the role and pursue it, they would do it right away in a heartbeat. So it's okay to close the door, but you don't have to smash it, you know, you don't have to shut it forever and ever and put a lock on it. So I like to be open for other opportunities. Maybe one day we will get like a Gotham movie, Christmas special, musical episode. That would be funny. And we're very happy that we got those 2 extra episodes, don't get me wrong, it's been fabulous. It has given, for example, Ben McKenzie the opportunity to write another episode, and I think Ben McKenzie is not only a fantastic actor but also a fucking good writer. and he really put all his heart into it. And if there is someone that knows the character and the stories well and can make something good of it, I think it's Ben McKenzie. It also gave Erin the chance to direct an episode, which was fucking amazing. I told her that and I loved it, and I told her all the stuff I loved about it. I'm not going to talk about this now because this would take forever, but honestly this was really, really, really good. And I was very proud of her that she could get a chance at directing. I think it was a big opportunity for her in her career. So that's pretty awesome. Sadly, having those 2 extra episodes also brought a couple of problems because, well, some of the actors live in New York, which is cool. New York is cool. I've been there, I've seen it, and I've loved it. And I miss it. But not everyone lives in New York. Some live on the other side of the Atlantic or on the other side of the States. So yeah, it has been a bit complicated for some guys to still find a new flat to rent for a couple of weeks or months to do the last episode. So yeah, it's been a cool thing, but it's also brought a little complication along. But you know, we as fans, we're very grateful that we got those 2 extra episodes, and it's important to show them that we are very happy about it. And in the end, they're very happy to have done it. So folks, we still need your help because it's gonna be the final episode of Gotham this week on Thursday, and we still want to go out with a bang because I think we owe that to the cast and crew for all the good work they've done. So let's make it trend on Twitter using the hashtag #ThankYouGotham and #Gotham. Don't use more than 2 hashtags per tweet because otherwise it's counted as spam. Actually, use whatever hashtag you would like to use because in the end, you know, it's do it how you feel it. Like if you want to say #SaveGotham, use #SaveGotham. You can use #ThankYouGotham. You can make #GoodbyeGotham. You can use the hashtags we used to use, like #LongLiveGotham, #GothamForever, #GothamIsFamily, #Gotham, whatever you want. Just make it go out with a bang. They deserve it, they've been good to us, we've been good to them, so I think it's only the best way to end it. It's to end it with a bang all together on Twitter, tweeting, being all together, no matter the time zone. I have my alarm set up at 1:30 in the morning for this, and I regret nothing, and I would do it again. Even if it's for 20 seasons, I would do it every season because I love Gotham, and that is Seb. So another thing that's been told to us is that it ended because the ratings were bad. I'm not too sure about that. Excuse me, I have a big doubt about it because they use the Nielsen ratings, and those Nielsen ratings, they're known to not be very accurate because it's a very outdated system. The Nielsen ratings basically use cable TV, certain cable TVs in the US. Not everyone in the US has therefore Nielsen cable, and I mean, last time I checked on the calendar, we are in 2019. Which means that most people use now digital TV and not cable TV. And I'm not sure that they really have accurate numbers from digital TV that they have added to the Nielsen ratings to get a more concrete idea of the rating, the actual rating. Also, the ratings doesn't count the viewers outside of the US, like Canada, South of America, Europe. Yes, we do watch Gotham also here in Europe. We watch Gotham also in Belgium. How can you say it has bad ratings if you don't take all these points in consideration? That's just... So beside of the ratings on how many people tune in on TV, we also have scores online. The big major websites for this are IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes. And I did some researches and I found out the scores. This feels like back in school. So, Rotten Tomatoes gives a general score of 81% to Gotham. That is fucking good. I wish back in school I had scored more 81% in my journal than I actually did. So, the general score for season 1 given by Rotten Tomatoes is 76%. 76% for the first season. The highest score was 88% and the lowest was 44%. So I checked out, each episode has a score. The highest was 88 and the lowest was 44, and the major of all this was 76%. That's good. Season 2 has 74%. One episode, the highest one was 100% and the lowest was 59%. Then season 3 has also 74%, with one episode of 100% and the lowest being 58%. Season 4, I don't have the highest and the lowest because I still don't have the ranking, the scores of each episode, but the general score for the whole season 4 is 81%. And season 5, hold on to your hats, has 100%. So don't tell me this show is not well rated, because the numbers don't lie. IMDb gives Gotham a general score on 7.9 out of 10. That's almost 8 out of 10. That is good. That is really good. We don't have a rating per season, but I'm gonna give you the highest and the lowest per season. So season 1 highest ranking was 9.1 and the lowest rating was 7.9. Not bad. Season 2 highest point was 9.2 and the lowest was 8.3. Season 3, 9.2 the highest and 8.1 the lowest. Season 4, the highest score 9.3 and the lowest 8.2. And season 5, 9.4 and the lowest 8.2. I feel like, you know, when they do the ice skating and they give the scores. Well, I rather give the scores on Gotham than on ice skating, to be honest. I don't know what people are complaining about, because we know that the show had some troubles, you know, sometimes with the writers, with the putting it from Mondays on Thursdays. That has been like such a dumb move from Fox, but nevertheless, the numbers don't lie. They're here, they're good. So don't tell me otherwise. Something that bugs us fans very much since the beginning is the fact that we have the feeling that Warner Bros. And Fox TV don't really take us in consideration, and think that we're just stupid fans, you know, oh yeah, they will buy it, just do this and do that and that's gonna be fine. No, it's not gonna be fine. We don't like to be taken for idiots. We know very well, because we feel these things. We're not completely morons. We feel these things when they change writers, when they came up, for example, in season 3 with so many breaks that I think were totally unnecessary. They did that because of sport, but as far as I know, Fox TV has specific TV channels for sport. Why did they need to pose Gotham so often in season 3 just for sport? I mean, sure, sport is a big thing, good, fine, to each their own, but hello, we want to watch Gotham, please, and not baseball. Some people don't care about baseball. Also, we know very much that Fox and DC had like sort of fights all the time, because Fox is the broadcaster, and the broadcaster would like to get money back from what he broadcasts. That's how TV channel work. But DC has the rights to the character and the stories, so of course if this is exploited, they want money too. So having Fox and DC fighting all the time because of money hasn't been very helpful either, and it's sad because we sometimes feel like Gotham has so much potential, there's so much to tell, and we have really this feeling like they wanted to go that way and then they stopped it in the middle, and then they went that way and then they had to stop in the middle too, and then they get back in another direction, and that's pretty sad. I think Gotham sadly has lost lots of people along the way because of that, and I'm not mad when I hear people saying, yeah, but Gotham is not so good anymore, it's not what I expected it to be, I stopped watching. Okay, yeah, that's a fair point, that's okay. I mean, you can stop watching a show in the middle. I have stopped watching some shows in the middle too, so that's fine, that's okay. Just don't hit on the fans that try to save it, even if you don't want to save it. just leave us be, you know. We're not trying to bother anyone, we're just trying to, yeah, sort of help. We also know that one of the big fights with Warner Bros. And the writers and Fox has been, for example, using the names of certain characters, like Jeremiah couldn't be called the Joker, Echo couldn't have been called Harley Quinn. Like, we're too stupid to make the difference between Gotham, the TV show, and those characters, and the same character in another movie with other actor and a totally, completely different atmosphere. Like, come on, guys. My grandma always said, call a cat, so call a damn dude the Joker, please. He deserves it. He's been amazing. And what has also upset us is we had a feeling like that the big heads off DC, Fox, you know, dudes in tuxedos think that we fans will just move on like that to another fandom because another TV channel has made like a Batgirl character in their own shows. Sure, why not? We could move on and watch those shows, but that's not what we want. We want Gotham. We will not simply jump from one fandom to another just like that. Just because Gotham has its fan base doesn't mean that this fan base will move entirely to another TV channel show, and that what you guys lose with Gotham, they will gain on the other side. No, we will not all follow like that. We're not sheeps, you know. We love Gotham and we want Gotham. We don't want anything else. There is also one thing that's very wonderful about a TV show like Gotham, or pretty much any kind of fandom, is the fan base. I have made personally friends with a lot of amazing people from all around the world. People I would never have met if there wasn't Gotham, if there wasn't Comic-Con sort of event to meet up. And I know very well for myself that those friends are friends for life, and this is really amazing. And yeah, I have the feeling sometimes that those tuxedo guys don't realize that. I have met lots of the cast during those events, and they are always very friendly and very kind and very loving to us, you know, because we give them so much support, and that is bloody amazing. And I have a feeling that those heads off in their tuxedos and tie, they don't get a feeling of any of this, and this is really sad, because we fans, we would love to get proper explanation, that somebody maybe speaks up and says, look guy, we understand that this is sad, that you're sad that the show is ending, but this is how the business works, this is how it's run. There's this and that to be taken in consideration. You can't do this because of that. We're not close, we're not dumb. We would like to get those explanations to understand properly and go like, oh okay, seen that from that perspective, it makes sense, so maybe indeed it's better. Because I know very well that the show is bloody expensive. Apparently the set of the GCPD was like $900,000, if not mistaken, if my source is correct. That is a fucking huge amount of money, so I understand that it is an expensive show, but if you know you're gonna make a show about Batman, or origin story about Batman, and you're gonna tingle, you know, with that Batman fandom, and you don't have the budget for it, or you have the budget but then you will see how long you can have it, don't do it. Leave it to somebody else that has the money to do it and will do it, and will do it properly without fighting and having to cut budget or having issues with copyright, you know. We really feel like this has been a big drag on the show, and that's really sad, because yeah, like I said, there's so much potential. And yeah, it's, for example, something that we find very sad is that there are so many untold stories. We would have loved to see like a background story about the Riddler with his family, father. That would have been so nice. A lot of things have been rushed and finished in a very quickly way, and this is sad. Or characters have been brought and just been used as plot device. For example, Isabella, we still don't know where she came from. It's a bit sad. It feels like a waste of potential. Another character we're very sad about is, for example, Harvey Dent, Two-Face. We would have loved to see him again and have a bit about his background, but vanished. So people, in conclusion, we still need your help for this week's episode to get out with a bang, because the problem we have, and we have pointed this out to Fox and to DC, is that it's the same day Avengers Endgame comes out. And something that I personally find very sad, being a big fan of comics and series and movies, is that sometimes you feel like you have to choose between DC and Marvel, while both are really good or really shitty. I mean, they both have good and bad comics and good and bad movies. And it's just sad that we have to choose between the two, and we want Gotham to end with a bang, but with Avengers Endgame we feel like Gotham is just gonna get unnoticed, and that is just... we are very sad about it, because Gotham deserves the world, and we want to say a big, real huge thank you in exploding all the counters and having like the hashtags trending on Twitter and on Tumblr and online. We really would like to do that as a thank you from the fans, and we feel like, you know, having to compete sort of with Avengers Endgame is not a fair fight. And we pointed this out to Fox, but they didn't care about it. They didn't even care to answer us. This is actually something we found very sad, because of the whole year campaigning we haven't had any feedback from Fox, from DC. Nobody cares to actually answer us or tell us how the stuff actually goes, so that's very sad. We're very disappointed about that. Nevertheless, we would like to get out with a bang, so onto your hashtags, tweet-a-thon. You just go and you just tweet the whole night, and we're gonna make it trend. I mean, the Gotham cast is just a bunch of sweethearts. I've met most of them and none of them has been disappointing. They're all very loving and kind and just the best people in the world. The crew behind has done so much fucking awesome job. On the makeup, on the wigs, on the props, on the scenery, the location, the costumes, yeah, I mentioned that one before. Yeah, everyone just behind the scene has done such an awesome job, so yeah, big thank you and big shout out to you guys behind the camera too. Oh, the catering people were very, very important, because they feed the actors so that they can actually pursue acting, so the catering people are the most important people. I say that out of experience. Anyway, that was my last video here on this page. I've just been borrowing my face for this because I'm a decent in front of the camera. I don't mind doing it. And I just thought, you know, it would be nicer to have somebody that physically talks to you and explains to you the point of all our campaigns. And I have probably been a cheerleader in a previous world, so I've always been cheering for people, and yeah, I think it's been a nice journey for me to be here with you and doing these videos. I've always done them gladly. Yeah, I hope we will see again soon. I will still do Gotham cosplays, because I still have a couple of projects that I really would like to do, so it's not over for me yet. I will also keep attending those Comic-Con events around Europe, maybe America. I hope that I will soon get back there, maybe New York or maybe LA. I haven't been to LA yet. I'd like to travel more, doing more conventions, and if you ever see me at a Comic-Con, don't hesitate to come and say hi. I don't bite. In case of doubt, you just feed me chocolate and that will be alright. So if you see me at Comic-Cons, come and say hi. I will usually bring my We Love Gotham banner, so don't hesitate to strike a pose with me and the banner. I'm always happy to borrow it to you. And yeah, if you want to pursue the actions about saving Gotham, you're always mostly welcome. Just because the show ends doesn't mean everything has to end and everyone has to move on. We can still stay in touch. You can still follow my adventure on my personal cosplay page, Kate O'Reilly Cosplay. It's on Facebook. You can see updates about my cosplays, work in progress pictures, and you can always send me a message there or on Twitter. I usually answer unless I'm deep asleep. So yeah, let's not say goodbye, let's just say see you later, guys.